Good afternoon. Thank you for coming and following Bowling Green football. I think these last 3 weeks have been productive. Obviously, we would love to see us come out on top in the win category, but I think we moved the needle of the program. I think we've improved in these last 3 weeks. I thought we got better after week 1 at Penn State. I thought our bye week was excellent. I think last week we improved in a lot of areas. We had our hands full. I thought A&M presented more problems actually than Penn State, and I thought we handled them well and had a chance to win the game. Just like I said, the message to our team after the game and the message to our team on Sunday was that everything that we do is going to show up in practice. And there was a couple examples on tape of some negative things that occurred on the tape that could have gave us a chance to win. And, in practice they've been very good at a particular thing, and at times very average. And there was a couple plays that the very average showed up, and when you're playing a team like Texas A&M, who's in all due respect better than us, those things are going to show up. And I look at it as a positive. It's a great learning example because now we're walking into 9 games that are like opponents. Everyone's the same. And those little things are going to matter. And I go back to the example of the trick play in the red area, the right hash. Harold Fannin does exactly what he's supposed to do. He's wide open in the back of the end zone. He was open from here to College Station, to be quite honest with you. And we had 2 players that didn't do what they were supposed to do, and at times they did it over the last 3 weeks really well, and at times they didn't. And those things show up. And as a coach, you're constantly working to get that right. That's my responsibility. So those were some really good learning lessons that occurred in that football game that I think will be very, very beneficial for us moving forward. So we need to eliminate those because this type of teams that we're about ready to play, everyone's alike. Everyone plays their tail off in these games. And, the room for error is very, very little. And so I think us playing better opponents these last 2 weeks has really gave us the opportunity to really emphasize the details. Oh, congratulations to Harold for being MAC Offensive Player of the Week. He's a good player.
Scott, you guys have obviously looked really good this first month, and I'm sure you're getting a lot of texts from people saying you guys look great, your players are hearing the same thing. What is the balance with that? I know you guys don't want moral victories. What is the balance between, hey, thanks, we're moving the needle forward, versus, man, I'm a little conflicted, like, I don't want to be hearing how well we did?
No, I don't think we're going to eat the rat poisoning at all. That's not my nature, not my nature at all. And generally speaking, our team's got a 24-hour rule. I've got a 24-hour rule, and you put great victories to bed. You put tough losses to bed because you can't change them. And all the noise out there, it's really similar to preseason rankings. It's really similar to recruiting rankings. None of that matters. Zero, absolutely. So I can assure you, as long as we're coaching here, our staff, we'll never fall into the rat poisoning, and that's not happening. I've been at too many places where we have, and we're not gonna fall into. It's real similar whenever we were out here, and I think it was the first bowl season we had 2 crushing losses. Devastating losses, and everyone said you're going to get fired and all this other stuff. We don't listen to that. It means nothing. Absolutely zero. So positive, negative, the outside world and all the noise means absolutely zero.
And just one last thing, kind of inside baseball on that play you're talking about where 2 guys didn't necessarily do the right thing and it had been inconsistent in practice. What do you need to see as a coach do you guys need to perfect a play, or sometimes you just need to take that chance and say, you know what, I think we're going to do it?
I'm not saying that we walked in and we were unprepared or we wouldn't have called it. The fact of the matter is that when you're 4 or 5 doing it on something that has been done over and over and over again, that one time the negative did show up, and obviously you're constantly coaching mistakes and what have not, but it was the right call, and that the question is not. And my statement with that was not criticizing the 2 players. My statement and is my message, because I'm speaking to my team right now, is that we've got to be on point all the time. And if you're on point all the time, it gives you a chance on Saturday to be right. So it's all about habits. It's all about, as Urban would say, competitive excellence. You're preparing for when your number's called, that you've done it over and over and over and over and over the right way, that when your number's called, you execute. And there was a lot of really good plays that we executed in that game. But, you always remember the 2 or 3 that could have changed the game. And what we're trying to eliminate as coaches and in players, those 2 or 3. Because what we know is what's coming down the pipe. We're going to play some games that it's going to come right down to the wire, and we want to be on the positive side of those 2 to 3 players compared to our opponent. So that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Coach, obviously, Old Dominion not as flashy or big of a name as a Penn State or Texas A&M. How do you just, keep the intensity level, the focus level high, during this week of practice and Saturday?
Well, I think this team that we're about ready to play, I think they're very similar to us. They've played a hellacious, hard schedule. I think they're very well coached. I got a ton of respect for Ricky. I think they do things the right way. I think athletically they're as good as we played. They can run. They're athletic. They've got a great scheme on all 3 phases. I think on special teams, they play really hard. It's the first thing we look at is how do they play on special teams, and they play really hard. So we're going to have our hands full, and I don't care who we play. Just watch what's going on in college football. If you're not locked in, anyone can win anytime. We could take all those emblems right off the helmet, and it means nothing. It's all about your preparation. It's all about your mindset. And I can assure you this week, our staff and our players, we're going to be locked in because we know that we're walking into a very good football team. Their back's against the wall. We've all been there before, and they're going to come out swinging. They've had a bye week. They've got an advantage, and we got to catch up this week with our prep work.
ODU, kind of similar to you guys last year, where they've forced a ton of turnovers so far this season. They've also turned the ball over. Just kind of how important will that battle be as far as
Yeah, it's the game. It's without a doubt the game. It's all about the turnover battle. It's all about the explosion battle. We call that the daily double. Whoever wins that is going to win the game. So we got to do a great job of protecting the ball. We've done a good job, knock on wood, with that. Got to do a great job getting it back, and you can't let one of these high-tempo teams ever steal a possession from you. They're difficult enough to stop, and then whenever you give them an extra possession, you're really swimming upstream.
Scott, after games, whether it's Penn State, Texas A&M, or Michigan, how do the guys react to it? Are they encouraged? Are they discouraged by it? How do they sort of react to a game like that?
No, I like our mentality with our team. They were bummed. They 2 years ago when we walked into games, like 3 years ago, you were just hoping to survive, and we would have been jumping up and down and doing cartwheels and somersaults all the way back from College Station 3 years ago. But that's not our mindset anymore. Our mindset is that anyone that we play, we're going to go try to win the game. And I was really encouraged about, they were down. They wanted to win the game, and we didn't. And, that's why we're not going to eat that rat poison that's out there. Oh, you guys did so great, moral victory. Well, no, we lost the football game, and we were in position to win it. It's not like we're dealing with a team that's rebuilding and all that other stuff. No, we got a good football team. And when you have a good football team, you go out and you try to win every single game. And I really I think I got a mature team. I think our staff has got a mature team that they understand that if we would have just done 2 or 3 things better, you could have came out victorious in the A&M game. You look back at both of those games, the Penn State, they beat us. The Texas A&M game, there was 2 or 3 times that we beat ourselves.
And Harold, I know you said earlier, he's a good player, but can you speak more about him and his NFL potential? I mean, he had an incredible play in the first or second half.
Harold's going to do this. He's going to, I told him and I told the rest of our guys, what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate and have a great Monday. And we're going to concentrate tomorrow on having a great Tuesday. So we're not worried about anything more than having a great Tuesday practice. And that's going to be his mindset. And that's what great players do. They don't get caught in the noise of what's going to happen to them in the future. They don't. The good ones are so locked in on getting ready to play a really, really good ODU team and really concentrating on having a really, really good Tuesday practice.
Coach, after playing the last 2 weeks at Penn State, Texas A&M, how nice is it going to be able to come here, play at the Doyt in front of the fans?
I am, and I know our team is, I know our staff is, we are jacked to get back home. That crowd that we had in week 1 was awesome, and I think we'll have a ridiculous showing for this ODU game. And I want to encourage everyone in the community to come out. This is a good team with a bunch of really good kids. I want all the student body to be there. We love the Falcon fanatics. They're my peeps. They are awesome kids, and we want the Doyt Perry Stadium to be rocking. And I can't tell you how excited we are to be back at home and get to play in front of our people. So. All those big stadiums are really cool and all that, but I love being at home, and we love being at home.
Saturday was the first time the offensive line allowed a sack. Can you just talk about how well they've played this year?
Yeah, we got a good offensive line, and they've been challenged in these last 2 weeks like no other. And these 2 fronts that we played, there's NFL guys on those fronts, and I think they handled it well. I think a lot of people handled it well. It's just like quarterback play and offensive line play. I really look at it as all the same. The offensive line always gets criticized when there's a sack. Well, there's a lot that goes on with that sack. It could be poor offensive line play. It could be poor quarterback play. It could be the receiver's splits were wrong. It could be the depth of the receiver was wrong. It could be the back not holding up in protection. So I'm really proud of our entire offensive unit for not allowing the sacks, because I think it's a combination of both. If you watch this Jiason Patterson protect, he is awesome. And you want to talk about the most selfless, awesome dude. I put him in that Peixon category. Just unbelievable, great teammate, will do anything for the team. And he's really, really playing well. And it's amazing whenever you're selfless, and it's amazing when you're a good dude, and it's amazing when you're caring just about the team, how good things happen to you. So he's a selfless guy. He's an awesome human being. And we got a bunch of guys like that right now. And I'm not downplaying our offensive line. I think they're playing great. But there's a lot that goes on by not allowing sacks.
We've got time for one last question.
Nick Reimer, speaking of the offensive line, left the game earlier with an injury. Just an update on his status and what happened.
Yeah, there's a chance he'll play this week. I think for sure we'll get him back at Akron, but there's still hope there. The initial diagnosis wasn't good, and then they ended up getting him in there, and they were able to do some imaging, and it was double thumbs up, which is great, like double thumbs up. That could have been an absolute disaster, because I think he's a really good player. And I think Billy Roberts went in and played well and did some good things. But we'll know more in the week with that. But again, we dodged a bullet when it comes to, and hopefully they confirm everything this afternoon, because we're redoing all the tests and all that, just to make sure that we're right, because we want to make sure that we keep Nick healthy.